Today's video is all about why items aren't selling and how to fix those mistakes, what they are, and how to fix them. Ever listed something that just doesn't sell? It just sits in your closet and you start questioning, is it the algorithm, the platform, or even me? I don't know which one. It's usually me. So today I want to talk about the real reasons why our listings don't sell, the most common listing mistakes, and simple fixes that you can do that can make you start making extra money today, possibly. So let's talk about common listing mistakes that we all do, or at least a lot of us. I don't like to say all, but a lot of us experience, and how to fix them. That's the good part. Weak or vague titles. And when I say that, I mean titles like cute top, Nike sneakers, vintage jacket. Some people just have that in the title and it just doesn't work. And I know that most of us know this, but we don't all. Beginners may not. So the listings that are like that, they just don't show up in the search. And you get passed by unless somebody puts that in, and rarely will people just put in black shirt. Though, I'm not saying they don't, but it can't hurt to put more things in there so that everyone who's looking for something finds it. So why this hurts your sales? Why do you think? Like I just said, buyers will search with particular keywords like blue, cozy, cottagecore, after, of course, the description, but we'll get to that. So adding keywords and aesthetics, I always keep notes for myself, so if you see me looking to the side, that's why. I'm sorry. I want to get everything right for you. So adding keywords and aesthetic cores more on your listings, it ends up giving you, at least through my experience, you get more buyers. Sometimes I find if I just change a word or put in another word, sell it sooner than I think. So maybe the blue is powder blue, right? It's not just blue. It's a cardigan. It's Y2K. It's oversized, croquet girl, minimalist, dark academia only. Comfy. Also, your title should answer your brand, the size. Everybody doesn't believe in the title having the size. I do put it in last if it fits. So it's not like number one importance to me because it's going to go in the size. And of course you need the key features. So some examples that you could fix. If you just had cute Nike shirt, that could change to Nike dry fit athletic woman's running shirt, blue athletic athleisure. And there are so many different things that you can put in there if they fit, not just that one thing. So that if the missing or the known keywords are missing, and they're not in the description, get to the description. You also want to pack that with some keywords, because if there are missing keywords, like I said, so many people are going to miss that listing. They're not even going to know what it is. So in the title and in there, don't leave a one-line description or the same exact description that's in your title, because that's not going to get to a lot of people. So it hurts your sale because when the search engine reads that, they're looking for descriptions also. So how do you fix it? What do you do? I feel like this hurts our sales because the search engines are looking for those descriptor words and they're not finding them. So you're either going to not get seen or you're going to be at the end. So that's when there are no style names, when you need to fix that and include the material, the style, the season, the occasion. Let me give you an example of that. I wrote it so I could just do it. Perfect for layering, casual wear, work, or everyday outfits. Besides all the other descriptors that are in there. That's a good, if you're not someone who writes a lot, who wants a lot in there, then that could be it. Perfect for layering, casual wear, work, or everyday outfits. Something like that, just to tell people, is it casual? Is it work? Is it vintage? Is it Y2K? People are looking these words up, and especially the younger generations, because they know exactly what they want. They're going to be our leaders. They know exactly what they want. The next thing is bad lighting. Bad lighting can kill a picture. Let me tell you. You get different shades of whatever colors. It could be red and it looks like orange. Shadows. So the problem is also with yellow lighting. I tried it and it doesn't work for me. Let me know if it works for you and if you tried that before, because I heard that it does work for some people. Shadows. In your pictures, you don't want to have shadows like I have in this video, because people just want to see the picture. They just want to know exactly what it looks like, and you want to present it like you would see it in an ad or, places like that. Blurry photos. Don't post a blurry photo. People aren't even going to look at them. Just don't post them. In all the listings that I've had on in all the years, I think I only sold one in the very beginning that had a blurry photo, and that's it. So photos taken at night, make sure that you lighten them up and it represents their actual color. That's the hardest part. And if they don't, I have problems with reds. I have problems with some blues like a teal and some other colors. And I make sure, if I cannot get the real color no matter what I do, can someone tell me if there is something to do if you try taking pictures of something red, let's say, and it just never comes out the color? If you know, please let us know. I'm sure many of us want to know. The next one, why that hurts your sales. Buyers can't touch the item. Photos are everything. So because they can't touch the item like they do in the store, you want to represent it from just the photo, and the first photo. So important. So how are you going to fix that? Use natural daylight. Sometimes the best photos come from my window. But I also do have two different kinds of lighting. So near a window, plain background. So if you don't plan on removing your background, I remove my background. But if you don't plan on removing it, then you just want to do it on a plain white or cream color wall. White is preferred so that the item stands out. And I hear that Google search picks up the ones that are white first, that have white backgrounds, and that's why most of the platforms ask you to have your first picture be white and good. So if you wouldn't buy it based on the photo, why would you think somebody else would? Now I'm going to say this one because this is my weakness, okay? All right. No measurements listed. So the problem is, if you only list the tag, then you're going to have to put in true to size, because if you know, like if it's not your size, you won't really know unless you go look up reviews. It takes research sometimes. If I have something that I know people are going to say, is it true to size? I will look that up and research it. I do a lot of research on things. That's why I'm always reading. So, saying fits to true size. Why it hurts sales. Buyers are afraid of returns, especially with clothing. I'm not as afraid of that on Poshmark at the moment on January 2nd, 2026. That could change tomorrow. Poshmark changes a lot, though they are now moving towards better and better. I'll just leave it at that. So what do you do to fix it? You always include the arm to arm measurements when people say that, that's what it means. And then you also include a length, because some people are like short like me and they don't want their top to be a dress. And you also want to do the waist on pants and things and like the inseam on the pants. Now, I'm saying this to you because I know that by me not doing that, and this year I am, starting with all the new things that I list, I'm putting in measurements. But please let me know if you put them in or not. You know, a lot of times people will ask me for measurements and then I have to go and get it. But that's so rare that for me, I don't feel like it's that bad, but it is. They should be in there. I just try to do it quickly, so I don't want to do the measurements. Do you like measuring? Do you measure? Let me know. So the next thing is pricing too high because of sentimental reasons, because of your emotions. Ugh, I could tell you stories about that. Either you say, I paid a lot for this, or it's rare to me. If you're feeling anything like that, someone will buy it eventually, but it might be 3 years from now. Yeah, it's hard to learn how to detach from it being sentimental or whatever. You thinking to yourself, well, other people are paying $60 for that. Why should I give it to them for $40? I understand all that, but just research, okay? My answer to almost everything is research, research, and research some more. So buyers don't care what you paid. They care about the market value now. Like if you say, I just want to make my money back, and that's $20, but now it's only worth $15, you're not going to make your money back. Just either keep it for the next 3 years when it comes back in style, or just lose that. It's not worth it. So what I do is, after 90 days on Poshmark, you can relist items, and I will relist them. But before that, I'll look under solds for that first item, because the price could have changed. No joking. In 90 days, it could have gone up or down. You can make more money or less. So check out that kind of information. Then price it competitively, but leave room for offers. It depends on how you want to run your business or work your closet. Sometimes I make my listings a little bit higher. So I do save room for offers so that if they want to give an offer, or if I want to make them an offer, I'm not losing money. I'm making money. So the goal isn't to win emotionally. It's to move your inventory. I really wish in the beginning I had the thought process of move it, just keep moving it. Move it and then pay for it, buy more, move it, move it, move it, move it. Yeah, that wasn't my thought process, but it is now. So like you'll hear in many videos, things that I would wait to get $80 for, and let's say I paid $10 for it, for 2 years, I'll sell now for $50 because I'm still making money and someone else is getting it and gets to enjoy it, and it doesn't go to, any dump. The next one is not updating or touching your listings. Like I was just saying, the different things that I do start with just reading my title, you don't know how embarrassed I get when somebody actually buys something that hasn't been selling for a very long time. And I didn't notice that instead of saying, you know, love fancy, it says Louvre fancy, you know, or LOVVV, who knows. But look at your listings again. And if you see that your listings are sitting, just change different things. Change the title, change the description, update. So this hurts you because the platforms favor what I'd suggest and how I fix it is, like I said, on Poshmark, I'll look through my listings every 90 days pretty consistently and then relist and change them. On other platforms, I believe that they have 30 or 60 days. So you'll have to check that for yourself if you're on eBay or Mercari. I don't know their relisting rules, but I know Posh is 90. And if I'm wrong and they change that, let me know. So you want to adjust your prices, you want to improve your photos, all the things that we talked about, like a weak title or a weak description. You want to change all of those things. Rewrite the title. It could be that one thing, like I said. So sometimes it's not the item, it's the presentation. And that's for real. So if you're ignoring trends or demands, that's another thing that will definitely hurt you. Listing items that aren't currently in demand will sit for the longest amount of time, like we were saying. And expecting fast sales on slow-moving categories. I'd say with that, adjust or adapt to your expectation. Certain things, and that's 3/4 of the things, if they're not in trend, they're not going to sell. So learn those wonderful things or bundle them, or you can cross list on different platforms. A couple of you were asking me if I do. We can talk about that in another video if you'd like. So make sure you discount that slower moving inventory because it's never going to move if you don't. See, I discount quickly because I know what I want for the item. I know what I'm putting down for what I want. And then, you know, I know what I'm going to accept ahead of time. I even hide it within the listing so that I know. So not everything is a fast flip, but that's okay. But we do want to keep the closet rolling. Again, we're not a storage unit. We are resellers. We flip. We buy, we sell. We buy, we sell. So let's talk about a poor first photo, like we were saying before. What does that say about you? If it's wrinkled, if it's folded, if it's looks like it's been in a pile for 28 years, if something's folded the wrong way, it's amazing what turns people off, and what you learn turns people off. A bad angle, sometimes you can't see everything or you can't see the whole thing. Do your very, very, very best to get the whole thing in your picture. People want to see how long it is, how short it is, what it all looks like. So I've seen pictures out there that are like cut like this. People don't want to buy that. They don't know. They don't know if there's a stain on the bottom. And why does this hurt our sales, you ask? Because the buyer decides in that first 2 seconds or so if they're going to buy something or not. So clean it, steam it, fix it. Do what you have to do. Now, if an item has stains on it, I don't sell it anymore. Even if it's an expensive item that other YouTubers are saying will sell, they don't sell for me. But that's up to you. Make sure your picture's always centered and bright. And like I said, the right color. So your first photo I put here is your storefront window. And I had a retail store, so I think of things like that. So think of when you see something in a window, how you want to go in and get it. You want to see a full figure, whether it's on you, whether it's just hanging, whether it's on a mannequin, whatever your style is. I've done them all, and now it's just hanging. Some people love just flat lays. So whatever it is for you, do that. The next thing that really hurts you and me is when we don't send out offers. I always send out offers now, always. And I also, for most of the time, I will accept or counter offer, I should say, an offer if it's really low. It annoys me, but I still counter offer, even if I'm charging $99 and they say $1, which they can't. My next thing is going to be either 98 or 95, and we keep on going, and I play that game sometimes, unless it's too low. But that's up to you, because it's just up to you. You will learn what the best thing for you is. So send offers quickly. Offer shipping discounts. I don't do that. I have to tell you that. But when I researched it, this is something that we should be doing. Offer shipping discounts if you want to. I don't. So I'm not just telling you from my experience. I did research this also. And just be responsive in one way or another. Be responsive, because buyers want to feel noticed the same way you'd ask someone a question in a store. Think of it that way. And you'd want an answer. Answer the customers. I was going to say I always answer the customers, but that would definitely be false. Sometimes I don't answer if the questions are ridiculous. Like, I just can't. Like, if the item is $3 and they'll say, is this real 14 karat gold? Yeah, I don't even answer. But real questions, most of the time, I will answer almost immediately. Sometimes I don't, and I hate to say it, sometimes I forget. That won't be happening in 2026 because I have a system now. So, just all in all, I wrote down this last part totally. If your items aren't selling, that doesn't mean you are not a good reseller. Most of the time, it's just small, fixable mistakes like we spoke about. Better photos, better titles, better pricing. That's how you move your inventory. And that's really it. And by the way, my name is Marion, the Smiley Thrifter, Attire and Beyond. And if this helped you, let me know in the comments. And if you want more honest reseller advice, make sure you follow or subscribe. I just had to come back to say this. Movement matters more than sitting inventory. Just move it, move it. You've got to move it, move it. I challenge you to go and audit 5 of your listings today. So go and look at them and look for all the things we said, and you will be surprised what you notice, because I'm always surprised, and I've been doing this for so long. All right, now I'm really going. Bye-bye.